this is the job we're going to take. So, Mohammed, shake my hand. We will start negotiations, and frankly, I've got nothing really to negotiate. Yep, I am going to go with that. It's a 1-year contract, basically. So, right, we've signed. Okay, a first look at the wages shows us that we are $1 million under our wage budget, which probably explains why we're such relegation candidates, because we're not spending anywhere near the sort of money that other people probably are, even though we can. We've got nearly £5 million in the bank, which is nice. And of course we have got this transfer budget sat there. So, financially, we are sound. Now, where does the talent lie? Okay, we've got a 5-star central midfielder and a left back. From my brief look earlier now, they want us to be defensively solid, but defence does seem to be an issue. We haven't got our best players there. We've got a couple of good prospects. Ooh, one of whom is French, one of whom is Bolivian. We'll have to have a look and see what the rules are as to what nationalities we can get and work permits and everything, but we have got a couple of good young up-and-coming defenders. I mean, he's not too bad, lacks a bit of composure, but other than that, he's fine as just a central defender. You know, does lack pace. Now, looking at where the talent is, now, one thing I'm noticing is a very distinct lack of wide midfielders, so we might have to stock the middle of the midfield, and we have also got basically 2 fullbacks. I mean, this bloke can play it, but it's not his favoured position, and he can't cross or dribble to save his life. I'm not sure he's much in the way of a centre-back either, though. I think he is more of a fullback. Or is he more of a defence? No, he's more of a defensive midfielder, I think, isn't he? That's where his strength lies. That's where he's got no real weaknesses. Okay. Now, what about these wide players? We're not going to get much attacking out of this lot. We cannot attack out wide at the moment. So we need to resolve that with some purchases, or we need to get a tactic that is really centrally based, but that makes us a bit one-dimensional. I mean, this fella might be able to attack a bit, maybe. I mean, what's he like as a sort of wing-back on attack? Lacks flair and off the ball, but otherwise decent. Well, it's going to hassle me to create a tactic. So I think we're going to have to create something with a heavy emphasis on like central midfield. Purchasing some width is going to be fairly well essential. And we've got the one fella who can probably play an attacking sort of wide role, the Moroccan Anas Nana, but on the right we really haven't got much in the way of attacking. I mean, it doesn't help that the only player really who could play wide right in an attacking role, this lad, who would have been quite good out there, I think, certainly around this sort of level. I mean, it's mostly double figures. Is leaving us to go back to Tunisia in a month. So yeah, we are going to need width, but first we are going to need to get a tactic together that doesn't really use width. Now, they wanted us to counter-attack, so let's go direct counter-attack. which is fine. Now we need a formation. I'm thinking maybe. I don't know. I don't even know how many decent forwards. How many forwards have we got? 3. Okay, how good are you two? Now you were in the sort of formation it showed me originally. But you're pressing forward. I don't like pressing forwards. How are you as an advanced forward? Let down by a few things. You says you're a poacher, advanced forward, not let down by quite as much. Actually, no. I mean, you can't pass, so deep lying forward is probably out for you. You can pass. So I'm just wondering, deep lying forward. Let down by several things. And you, again, you're not really built for anything useful either, are you? I mean, you're good in the air. You could be a target forward, although you lack bravery, so you're not going to put yourself about, and you've got weaknesses there. I don't really want to be playing a poacher. I don't like the role of poacher. It never seems to do particularly much. Basically, it seems to be a sort of default, get up there and run around, and if you happen to score, brilliant. Unfortunately, it's the only thing he's really suited for, apart from, again, the pressing forward things. And I don't like the idea of a forward whose primary role is not to actually score goals. I say that. I don't mind like false nines and deep lying forwards because they're sort of linking in, but someone who's basically just supposed to run after the ball, that's not a forward in my book. Anyway, so all of which has led us to the point where, right, let's go back to the tactics. We're looking at probably one up front on that basis. 4-3-2-1 narrow, maybe. Let's have a look at that. I mean, we can change it. We just need something in there so we can get on with things. Season expectations, yes, we'll confirm that. That's fine. Tactics induction, we don't need to do that. Right, well, I am now going to take a good in-depth look at my squad, and we'll see whether we want to keep the tactic I've just hurriedly bunged in there just to get beyond that point, or whether I'm going to create something else and then try and buy people to fit it with the talent we've already got incorporated. So when I come back, I'll take you through what my thought process has been behind what we settle on and possibly who we've signed. Well, it feels like I'm in Kuwait around here. It's hot enough. Well, probably not, but you know what British people are like. Never happy with the weather. Now, we have done some deals, and I think we have improved this side a reasonable amount. I mean, the first one I signed was actually a goalkeeper that we didn't really need, but it meant we could get rid of our older, not so good one. So Yusuf Al-Kandari has come in. He's happy being backup goalkeeper. He's probably just as good as the other one, so we can swap them in and out. Now, Sultan Al-Enazi, 35 years old, admittedly, but for a one-year deal, as a ball-winning midfielder, I think he looks good. I would happily take him. Hopefully we'll get some performances out of him. Now, Robbie Norton, Northern Irish, believe it or not, and has played for Glenavon for several years, so almost certainly played against us probably 8 or 9 times in the last few seasons. So he is someone that we know of, certainly. And I mean, his crossing and dribbling aren't great, and we are training him to be a wing back, which it looks like he is actually getting better at. But yeah, he is our right wing back at the moment. We'll come on to the whole backup situation in a minute. Now, Abdul Rahman Al Qudair, who we actually paid money for, cash monies, reasonable centre back. Not great, but you know, reasonable. There's plenty of visible attributes. And yeah, he's actually, I mean, he's pretty much better than what we already had. It seems to think he's a right back there. He isn't. Who else have we got? Amir Katawi. Now, this one, Palestinian international, actually might even be away on international duty at the moment. I'm not sure. Seems to be getting worse, but then everyone apparently is training very badly indeed. He is our box-to-box midfielder, and I think he's going to be good as that. He's certainly by far the best midfielder we've got, and he's a star player. Now, Talal Al-Kaizi, who we also paid money for, £90,000. He was just an upgrade up front. Again, it never puts these people in the right position, does it? I mean, the only position he's natural at is striker game, and yet you're comparing him to the left midfielders. Why? He's never going to play left. We don't play left wingers. So telling me who's best at it anywhen is a waste of my time. You're very odd. But anyway, yeah, he's got all the attributes you need. Well, most of the attributes you need. Anticipation and balance, a little bit off, but everything else is fairly good. Decent amount of green. Not bad. We've got rid of a few. Al Khalidi was the goalkeeper that Al Kandari replaced. Now, this is where the absurdity of the game comes in. I literally answered questions on how important to us Tarek Nawara was yesterday, hours before he left the club, having been sold since before I got here. How it didn't figure out that he was sold and the deal was arranged, and it should have known that, and yet still asked me how important he was for a game that he couldn't possibly be playing for us in because he's not here anymore. It's a little odd. I'm surprised he didn't ask me about El Kar as well, who was also gone. Now, finances wise, we're still doing alright. We've actually made a profit this month apparently. I don't know how. Probably actually those transfers finally going through. We're not spending anywhere near the amount of wage budget that we could. We've still got lots of transfer budget left. The problem we have is this. The board are devastated. Those signings, one of them was 23, the rest of them mid to late 20s, couple of in their 30s. And now I am banned, literally banned, from signing anyone who isn't 23 or younger. I'm not even sure about actual 23-year-olds. So, basically, our chance of adding any real quality to the squad, pretty much gone, because we cannot afford the youngsters. We certainly can't afford more than about one. So, I'll show you, I mean, my shortlist is incredibly short. It has one 19-year-old who's not all that good on it. Scouting wise, we're scouting a bunch of teenagers because that's literally all that's left to us now. Most of them aren't very good. As you can see, he's probably not worth signing. He's being given a D by them, so I'm going to cancel that assignment. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm kind of being hamstrung, which is a little bit of a problem when we get to the squad, because we don't have backups at left wing back, right wing back, defensive midfield. We don't have a decent attacking midfielder really. Anderson Navarro's there, but he's not great. And we need another central midfielder as well. So I need 5 players, all of whom are now going to have to be youngsters. Simply because the board are devastated that I haven't signed any youngsters. It's a little odd in my opinion. Now, we are playing a team called Yarmouk today, who came up with us. I believe we're both newly promoted, but this is not a league game. This is the Cas El Emir first round. I think we're supposed to get to the quarterfinals, which is the next round. And oh, look at that. They've got 2 box-to-box midfielders. Interesting. Okay. Right. I mean, this is our tactic. I've narrowed the pitch because we've basically got no real width. In which case, actually, what I might do is drop them back to wing-back support. Yes. Now, do we have... No, he is now suspended. Brilliant. Yeah, the game really took the mick. It injured, I think, Anas Nanar. The day after it told me that a really good left wing-back that I'd identified, or left-back who I could have converted to wing-back, identified couldn't be sold because he was too old. I think he was 26. And then Nana was injured at that point, so I had to bung Zenitha in as an emergency measure. 91 seconds into that match, he got injured for about a month. And we are playing ostensibly a centre-back and 34 years old, Abdullah Al-Masema, out there at the moment. But yeah, because of our lack of width, I've narrowed the pitch. So when you see the pitch, it's going to be really close to the edge of the penalty area, the sidelines. Now, we are focusing play through the middle, if we can. I'm not entirely sure about this lower defensive line. We'll go with it. We'll see how it goes. I like a low defensive line because it invites people on. I know we've got a cautious setup anyway, but so yeah. So far, the wing backs have played very badly. The outside central defenders have played very badly, but we haven't yet been beaten. So who knows what's going to happen? Right, but let's go. Yeah, they're struggling in sharpness. That's because we've hardly played any games to get match sharpness up. Let's just auto number the squad. Oh, that's the other fun we've been having with the scouting and recommendations and everything. We're allowed 5 foreign players, so presumably non-Kuwaiti. And we had 5 when I got here. I've signed 2. I've had to demote 1 to the under-20s so he doesn't feature in the squad. And it just keeps on sending me, oh, this would be a really good signing. It's like, yes, but they're not Kuwaiti, are they? So I can't get them. Because even if we sign them, we can't register them without dropping someone else. My scouting staff don't seem to be very intelligent. My director of football certainly isn't. I went around asking him for loads of suggestions for signings. All bar one of them was foreign. Oddly, they have been suggesting one of my former charges at Institute. Agnew. I think you may remember Agnew. Right, okay. I mean, this lot don't seem to really respond much to me at the moment. I don't think they're particularly impressed with my credentials. They did sort of like actually out and out call me a sort of lesser known manager. It's like, you know, I've won trophies. What have they ever won? Nothing. That's why they're here. What does it mean to me? Honestly, at this point, I'm just frustrated, but right, let's give that. First goal is crucial. Hope for a strong start. Yeah, well, we'll see. We've got a reasonable looking stadium. It's a nice looking place, isn't it? I mean, it certainly looks better than Institute's did. But we will see how we progress. Right, let's encourage the boys. Okay. Also, we did play a friendly earlier where basically both teams were wearing pretty much an identical kit. It made it very difficult to know what was going on. But I think we won it 2-1, so maybe, you know, maybe we should just go with complete confusion. Well, the first chance of the game was ours. We win! Is that not how it works? Right, a bit more encouragement. I mean, I'm wondering if this is two teams basically sitting there waiting for the other one to attack them so they can hit them on the counter. Because no one's really done much, have they? Oh, here we go. Oh, hello. Oh, talking of the counter. Here we go. Yeah, so you can see how narrow this pitch is. There is really not a lot of space there. As a result, also, we're trying to force people inside to where, obviously, you know, we've got a defensive midfielder and 3 centre-backs waiting for them. Ooh, well, that was never really troubling the scorers, was it? Well, that wasn't much to write home about, was it? Okay, if we can get a goal, that'll make us favourites to win. Yay. Right, who's doing what? Okay, wing back not playing well. Well, Norton's not playing so badly this time. Played terribly last time out, if I remember rightly. Right, let's go. Now, I think what we might just do, actually, boys, is I am going to just push this up a little and I am going to send us to balanced. I know, reckless. And immediately we can see the goal from a set piece, which had absolutely nothing to do with the tactical change I may or may not have already made. Oh, apparently I had made it. Right, well, okay, let's pause that. Let's give a shout of encouragement. Let's go positive. And can we take off anyone who's a useless lump? Well, no, because the worst player on the pitch is one player I cannot replace because we haven't got another left wing back. Have we, board? Tried to sign one. You said no. Ageist. Absolutely ageist. Right, see, I mean, this lot are playing all right. The front four, they're going okay. Most of the rest of them. Oh, Robbie Norton. See, as soon as I noticed him, said he was playing all right. Started playing like a muppet. Well done. I mean, the other problem is there's no quality on the bench, frankly. I mean, what I might do actually is bring Kabandi on because Norton's on a booking, and we're trying to get Kabandi used to playing the position as well. Doesn't help when both players at a position are trying to learn it. Okay. Right, well, let's leave it at that for the moment and crack on. Okay, this is not good. Oh, hello. He's stolen it. Go on, Katawi. Go on. Hey, Amir Katawi. My star player. Woohoo! On the counter-attack too, like we're supposed to. It's amazing. Look at this. What a lovely finish this was into the corner. Oh, keeper dived over it. Should have saved that. Yes, crack on. Get on with it. Might as well try and win it now. Okay. Knocking it around. Anyone making the run? Katawi! Oh, he is a star, isn't he? What a little star. Oh, well. Oh, we've injured 2 of their players as well. Brilliant. Double bubble. Right, let's have a look. Anyone really quite tired? Yeah, the sort of front ones. Unfortunately, the ones who are playing well are tired, and the ones who are playing badly running around perfectly fine. Now, Segura. Who's my stopper? Who's my backup stopper? Oh, the bloke who's currently playing left wing back. Yeah. Might have to stay on then, Segura. Now, Shamari, I think, yeah, right. Well, let's put Shamari on for Navarro. He's a bit tired, isn't he? And now, this could be utter madness, But right, let's put Al Mansour on there, and we're going to move you over there because you can play left back apparently, which means you can play it 10 yards further forward. Right, let's give the boys some praise. And start wasting time. See if it works this time. It's a win in our first competitive game with Kaitan. We're off to a winning start in Kuwait. Well, and that has met one of my criteria, I believe. So that's good. We weren't our best, but we got the result. It's not the first time I've said that to these boys, and we've only played 4 games. Right. Well, while that's saving the game. Oh, hello. Yep, they showed real character. Nice to get off to a winning start, Blaze. Well, yes. Okay. Thanks for stating the bleeding obvious. Well, not everything went according to plan. I think we planned to go behind, did we? Sort of goal that can change it. Can you change your season on the opening day? Yeah, always nice to win. Right, there we go. Nothing better than a good attacking display. It's a good job they didn't say nothing like a good attacking display, because that was nothing like a good attacking display. But, you know, Qatawi, long may he remain fit, and hopefully doesn't get injured on duty for Palestine. Right, I believe, where are we? Yep, see, reached the quarter-final. Pleased. Hopefully making up for some of that devastation on the signings front. Right, what do we got next? Oh, our next game is the quarter-final. Right, I'm not quite sure exactly when these games... Again, quart de finale. Why is it always in French? It's very strange. Right, the semi is on the 26th. Oh, there's a third place match apparently. And then the final, randomly, December. Because of course it is. We've already had some weirdness with that. We've got this Federation Cup. We've got 3 group matches in October and November. Next one, January. Why wouldn't it be? Yeah. Basically, forming the opinion, Kuwait is weird. They don't actually play that many league games, to be fair. There's only 40, and again, they're spread out very oddly. I mean, nothing in the league before the 20th of November, and then Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. Couldn't that have been spread out a bit better? I'm sure it could. But hey ho, once again, the quibble is with the fixture list. Anyway, I'm not entirely sure what we'll come back for. We might come back for our first league game. The transfer window will be shut by then. It closes somewhere in October, late October I think. And we won't have reached the finals of any of these cups by that point, if we're still in them. So it's probably safe to come back for our first league game, which again is against Yarmouk. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. That's the same team again. But I suppose we might well have the Al Arabi game in there as well. And hopefully I'll have signed some little kids to please the board. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? Well, that's their problem. They're the ones who want it. Right, well, thank you for joining me. And like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.